Hey, everybody. I hope that you're having a great night. It's Friday, August 28th, 2026. Late evening update with Minister Charles Nolen. Approximately 3 minutes of a broadcast tonight. And I hope you are going to enjoy it. Good evening. As you know, I'm Minister Charles Nolen. We begin tonight with a major breaking development involving the United States and Venezuela. President Donald Trump announced Friday that the United States has reached what he calls the biggest oil deal in world history with Venezuela. Trump says the agreement gives the United States majority control of more than 65 billion barrels of Venezuelan proven oil reserves at no cost to American taxpayers. A U.S. official says the government will control 55% of a joint venture involving a 100-year concession covering oil fields containing roughly 63 billion barrels. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the agreement could generate nearly $100 billion in private investment, create thousands of jobs, and help rebuild Venezuela's struggling oil industry. President Trump says the agreement will increase America's oil supply and eventually help substantially lower gasoline prices. But there are important unanswered questions. There usually are. The complete legal and financial terms have not yet been publicly released, and analysis warned that Venezuela's aging infrastructure and possible legal challenges could mean Americans should not expect dramatically cheaper gasoline overnight. Meanwhile, the war involving the United States and Iran has now reached the 6-month mark. Happy birthday. Tensions remain centered on the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil shipping routes. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it maintains decisive control over the strait, while the United States insists the warranty remains open. The conflict continues to create uncertainty throughout the Middle East and global energy markets. In Ukraine, war continues as both sides strike critical infrastructure. Ukrainian officials have indicated technical negotiations could take place in the near future, but major disagreements remain over territory, and there is still no indication of an immediate end to the war. And tonight, a catastrophic natural disaster continues unfolding along the Nepal-China border. More than 570 people have been confirmed dead following massive Himalayan flash flooding. Nearly 2,000 people remain unaccounted for in Nepal, while hundreds more are reported missing on the Chinese side. Thousands have been rescued. Authorities are also watching a newly formed mountain lake that could produce additional flooding. And finally, President Trump has signed an executive order establishing a new United States Space Academy. The administration says the academy will train military and civilian leaders for America's expanding operations in space. Those are the major stories we're following tonight. Stay with national and world news tonight for continuing developments. I'm Minister Charles Nolen. Thank you for watching. There's just one thing I'd like to add. Don't forget, may God bless you, your family, and the United States of America, and take personal refuge that God loves you. I was fascinated with Lake Ontario being renamed Lake America, and then all the Canadian geese around it are now going to be called, instead of Canadian geese, they're going to be called Donald Ducks. Come on. Are we serious? Maybe not. But it has been a pleasure producing this broadcast for you, and I hope that you have a fantastic night. God bless you.